kind of person would even touch this? Not... to mention dissect it. What kind of person would even touch this? Not to mention dissect it. I'm glad this thing is dead. Why do they even keep it here? Some serious equipment they've got here. Oakmont University is clearly well funded. I'm glad this thing is dead. Why do they even keep it here?
Excellent, Mr. Reed. You've done us a great favor.
Okay.
Yes. We finished that analysis, sir. It's ricin.
Ricin?
A highly toxic poison extracted from castor beans. It's slow-acting, but absolutely fatal to humans.
How can you tell if someone's been poisoned with ricin?
The symptoms take several days to develop. At first, it's like a common cold. But over several days, it develops into hemorrhage, internal organ failure, and death. It's not a pleasant way to die.
So, where do you get ricin? This isn't something you can pick up from a drugstore.
About that. It is rare, but we have a certain amount of it here. For study, in our poison store. Or we did. I'm afraid that must be where it came from. The label had been tampered with, but it certainly looks like ours. Where did you find it?
Crime scene. Someone was trying to poison a bunch of fish with it.
This is horrible. I need to warn everyone in the university about this.
Who's got access to where the...
Only Professor Westerbrook has the key. His office is upstairs, right alongside Professor Cavendish's. Professor Westerbrook's not here, though. He's been sick for the last few days. Professor Cavendish is away as well, on vacation.
Where do they live?
I'm not sure, but probably somewhere in Advent. Most of the teaching staff live there. Wait, you don't think it was one of them?
I'm working on that. Can you let me upstairs?
All right. This is serious.
I'd like to know a bit more about you.
What do you want to know?
I want to know more about...
He's the head of our department. He's been here for, as you've already seen,
Yeah, that's quite...
I've no idea how he did it. He thinks he's on the verge of a breakthrough in evolutionary
Some...
You're...
What can you
He's one of the most brilliant. His biochemistry.
What's his...
I don't know. There's some kind of family. I hope he gets through.
I'll see you later. The door won't budge. These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison. This should be good enough to make a decent copy. I'd like to know...
What do you...
What can you tell me?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. A PhD at only 25. Just imagine. His biochemistry studies are second to none. Worthy of a Nobel...
What's his problem?
I don't know. There's some kind of family trouble. It's made him... I hope he gets through whatever he's going through.
I'll see you later. Can you fill me?
Of course. What do you need to know?
There's some kind of cure for ricin?
I'm afraid not. Once it's in your system, it's a death sentence.
I'll see you later.
Stop bothering me, newcomer. Extra, extra. All the news that's fit for print. Come, find something you like. Cheaper than the...
The door won't budge. And judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. So why keep it around? The door won't budge. A lot of fancy dresses locked away in a dark corner for a long time. I'm starting to smell some deep family trauma here.
I loved you. I always loved you.
This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EODs in the center of all of it.
George, I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you.
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna! I thought the child was mine. Mine!
You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
I don't care!
George, I can't live like... You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George! George, I can't live...
I don't care what your...
You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George!
George Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna. She had a baby that was not his, but blessed by the sea and claimed by the EOD. This caused their split.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Calm down. My name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator.
Right now, you look like someone who's breaking into my house. A burglar. Explain yourself.
Easy there. Anna from the fish market asked me to find you. You know her, right?
I should have guessed. I know her much better than you think. What does she want from me now? She already took everything I have.
It's not about what she wants. It's about what you did. Poisoning the fish. Sound familiar? Yeah, I can prove you did it.
Hold on. Before you jump to conclusions, I want you to know that I had a good reason to do what I did. It all comes back to Anna.
Oh, this should be fun. What's your good reason for poisoning innocent people? You know the EOD are feeding the hungry, don't you?
No, that's exactly the problem. They're not doing it out of charity. They do it to spread their influence and recruit new members. Some of those initiates, as they call them, vanish without a trace. And not just them. They kidnap ordinary folks, too.
And poisoning the fish would prevent this. How?
Oh, you see, not everyone in this city believes in the EOD yet. A rumor of the EOD's fish being poisonous.
What's Anna?
As you might have already gleaned, she is.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it all starts to come together now.
The EOD robbed me of her. It all started with the free fish. We were all short on food at the time, and then they hooked her with their nonsense about the benevolent sea and greater good. I looked past it for some time, but then...
She became pregnant.
Yes. At first, I was over the moon. But then one day she came to me, that snake, and told me that the child was not mine. She said it was blessed by the sea, that it was demanded by the EOD. Doomed take them! I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't.
There must be another way to deal with.
They're resourceful, those sons of hagfish. They maintain a squeaky clean image, and Kay, they're good at it. I tried going to the police. They were no help at all. And I'm not suicidal enough to make it public and take them to court.
What did she mean? Blessed by the sea.
What do you think is the cause of Innsmouth syndrome in people?
Living in Innsmouth?
That Kay-forsaken place has nothing to do with it. It comes from breeding with monsters. These sea creatures they call Deep Ones. They take our women and they spoil them with their seed. Then they give birth to degenerate fish-faced offspring. After Anna left, I had nothing. But I did have a lot of time to research. They appeared back in the mid-19th century in Innsmouth, and the first people with the Innsmouth... No, of course not. And...
So what's your...
I was interrupted and couldn't finish my task. The EOD received a... I understand I'm in no position to ask. But after...
Keep talking. Now what is it you want from me?
Poison the rest of the fish. It's spreading, but it's not enough. The EOD trusts you enough to deal with me, so it should be simple for you. My agent inside the EOD reports that they've just received a fresh haul. That's your target.
You're a madman, Cavendish. You're willing to let innocent people suffer and die just to get revenge on your ex-wife. No, this madness has to stop. And I'm gonna put an end to it right now.
Oh, no, no. You don't understand.
Take as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny.
I found the poisoner and dealt with him. He won't be bothering you anymore.
See, bless you, Charlie. That's great news. Who was it?
Well, see, now that's the interesting part. It was your ex-husband, George Cavendish.
Oh. Well, that son of a rotten shark finally got what was coming to him. Good riddance. Still, it's strange. I never thought he'd have the gut.
You're taking this remarkably well for a woman who just found out her ex-husband was a poisoner.
He's nobody to me. The EOD is my family now. We serve a higher purpose than he could ever grasp. You've done us both a huge favor by relieving him of the burden of his miserable...
All right. No more messing around. Get me in touch.
Easy there, Charlie. I'm a woman of my word. Go to the basement of the fish market. It's nearby. You'll find an Innsmouther there by the name of Maurice. Tell him I...
About...
Hey, Mr. Reed.
Do I know you, buddy?
Not yet, but I know you. I also know you're looking for a particular lady. My name's Fred. You're looking for Professor Doe, ain't that right? The scientist the Order kidnapped. I think we can help each other.
How do you mean? You know where she is?
Slow down, buddy. Helping each other is not the same as let me just tell you everything.
Nothing's for free in this city, is it?
You won't... You've seen some of this city now, am I right? Trouble is, it's much easier to get into the Order than to leave. Give the slightest... I need somebody to get me out of the city on the quiet. Ain't you a detective? See, I've heard whispers about ads in the newspaper.
All right, fine. I'll look into...
I know where they've got her. I can get you there. You just find me a way out fast.
I know who's behind Professor Doe's kidnapping. It's an organization. Most of them stick to the fish market, but they seem to have agents everywhere.
I knew there was something fishy about the EOD, the den of those filthy...
Actually, most of the... And for what it's worth, the only Innsmouther I spoke to was a night...
Are you calling me a bigot?
Robert, listen. Something needs to change. You holding those who fan the flames of hatred.
They killed my...
I know. But what did you do to prevent it? You made yourself their enemy. You chose to brand them newcomers and leave them to... No wonder desperate Innsmouthers would seek refuge from a radical organization like the EOD. They had nowhere else to turn. Back to business. I'll continue my search for Professor Doe.
Your task remains the same. You say we are dealing with an entire organization. Well, now leave.